Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. So, time has moved on a little bit. We've gone through one winter and I've kind of micromanaged a lot of our construction. We still have little bits and pieces over here, which I have prioritized, and I'm hoping we'll get these little bits of steel delivered so that we can finish this off. Then this entire area could start working. Similarly, I've done most of this. I think everything here is done now, right? I think so. I think everything is done. This area is still under construction, but all of our rail is done. This extra rail station here still needs to be finished off. And we've got a little bit of a path here that wasn't accessible, so I needed to add a little extra path in there. But generally speaking, I think this area is ready to go. Everything should be powered up and kind of have everything it needs. No, it does not, apparently. It doesn't have drinking water. So let's quickly have a look. Oh, I don't think I've actually built the substations for these things. Okay. So I think we've got power in most cases, but we don't have the actual drinking water and sewage items. So let's quickly do that while we wait for a few more things. So from a sewage perspective, let's just see where is our sewage line. It's kind of going over here. So I'm kind of tempted to do. I want to pick up that one there as well. We haven't done waste in this area either. So I'm guessing if I do a sewage tank here, which I'm hoping I can get access to. So I'll get that one going there, and similarly we would want to do not a water switch but a water substation again that could potentially reach everything. So if we were to do that, I'm hopeful that'll work, but we'll have to go back and have a bit of a look. So if we then grab ourselves a water pipe, can we get that in there? It seems we can go over the top, so let's start the construction on that. And then similarly, we would like a large one of these guys, and that will work also. So let's get that under construction. Now, we should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. So let me get this to extend up to here. We'll get these two to tie together. We'll do that, and we will go ahead and assign our construction. So let's do that. I'm just assigning everybody to it so we can make that happen a little bit quicker. So now that's over there. Now let's see if we... Hang on. So if we did water in this location, we've got all the way up to about here. What we will then need to do... All of these need water? No, none of this needs water, I think. Which is interesting because you can have workers here. So where do we need all the way up to there? So let's just see where's our next facility. Oh, we don't really have water that far, but we really don't need it up all the way there. So maybe what we'll do is we'll squeeze in our water right over here, and maybe we'll double up on a few things. And similarly, we are going to need a bit of a sewage switch. Again, we may want to double up a little bit. So we'll kind of co-locate them a little bit. There's nothing further down here. Oh, we've got one more thing all the way over here. But I guess what we'll do is we'll slowly go about constructing an extension to these so that we can actually make the way over here. Okay, so I think that'll work. Let's just quickly assign our stuff here. Oh, go in there, please. Let's do that. And similarly with the water pipe, we would want the water pipe to go in like so. That is fine. Let's pop upstairs quickly, get ourselves a little bit of some walkways in there, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and assign some construction. Oh, I need to activate this stuff, right? If I go to the piping, to activate the piping for construction, And then we'll go ahead and assign whatever we can assign for construction. So hopefully that works. We'll extend this one down here. This isn't day one urgent because this is vehicle maintenance, which we'll get online fairly soon. I'm also pretty keen on starting to load these up by means of, so this one will be fuel. To see where that's going. That's going into bitumen. That's going in there. So let's make sure that this one stores bitumen. And then we can make use of this guy to actually bring some stuff in here. These are still under construction. Our next rail offices are almost done, but we'll need to activate all of this for construction in order to even remotely get it to work. Okay, so we're slowly getting these things built, so that should be good. Hopefully we have everything done here and this has everything it needs. So let us open up our construction here and see what we can get. Maybe we won't go too overboard with that. So now we should get some workers in here to start working on that. I'm pretty keen on all of that. What I also needed to do, I started running into some happiness problems and I realized this building here wasn't good enough to serve all of these people, and so I've added an extra grocery store over here. So it's got an extra supply of food, but not so much meat. So that's okay, and I guess that has now resolved it because we're back up into the 80s. We were dropping into the 70s there, and it was because these people were running into some food issues. It's interesting how these things pop up a little bit later in the game. So lots of construction is underway still. Our rail construction here is done for this loop, and so our rail guys are actively concluding this section. I would love to get them to finish off all of this so that we have a pretty clean area where we can start from that's kind of outside of the area of operation. It's a pretty big hassle to manage some of these items here. Really, it's a pretty big hassle. Okay, so now let us have a look. So now it should be underway. We should be having workers here busy working away on this boat. Now, we'll probably need a little bit more than that to get that to work. So what we will probably do is assign a little bit of this construction. I've built all of these roads out. This should be... It's got no power supply. Okay, before we get into it, let's quickly... So what do we have here? We've got... Oh, these things are not constructed. We haven't actually tied them in. So let's make sure to tie these guys together over here, and we'll get a little bit of construction underway in this area. We also need some power. So we've built up this guy, but we don't have any power allocated in this area. We still have this pipe out here to our heating if we need it. But okay, let's get some power in here. Okay, so power. We grab this. Not sure where is our closest power? That's a big one. This power should be power over here. So that's our closest power on this side. And any power is in here. It just needs to be constructed. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready to construct that power source, please. That is quite important because that, I guess, that will actually provide power to everything that needs power, right? Exactly right. So let's get that one constructed ASAP. Let's put a bit of a priority onto that. And we'll also get a bit of a priority onto these guys so that we can make sure that our water and sewage and the likes are in there. If I go and have a look here, it should have... Oh, it will have... Some of these will have water and sewage and heating already. So I may as well make a start on some of this stuff. So let's do that... kind of tempted to just do something like this as a starting point. So let's get all of those in place. We'll assign some crews to come and have a look at that. So hopefully that means we can make a start on some of these buildings already. And yes, so this should be going at a very slow pace, but anyway, it is building. This is, you know, not having any real issues at the moment. Is this filling up? So this should be filling up, right? Or is this not creating any waste? It's a little weird that it's not having any waste. Oh, it's got a little bit of waste there. One of these should at least have some waste, right? Mixed waste. Oh, we're seeing a tiny bit of mixed waste popping up. Okay. So that's okay. That's fine. Okay. Let's pop back in here. Can we make a start on our new construction industry? Can we absolutely please prioritize high priority these items? Because I would love to buy a train and start running some workers in here to get these things moving. So something like this, for instance, absolutely, we need some mechanisms. So let's buy them a vehicle. We've got a nice big logger over here. I guess we're looking at reasonable wood holding capacity. Logger with crane, speed level 29, 35. L3 capacity. Okay, so these are very specifically earmarked for this. So get one of those guys in place there as a starting point. This doesn't need anything. We do need something to have a bit of a look at our mixed waste situation here. So maybe we need to provide ourselves with a little something like this, for instance. Not actively getting anything from it there. I guess this will work. Though I might want to do this, and I put the gravel road in place there. I think this should give us reasonable access. And then what I'll do is I'll just tie these things together. So now if I have a look at who's getting access to it, I can't actually see, right? So this guy, highlighting that it's getting access to that. It's not actually showing it. Let's do this. Let's try it again. It should show us now. It's not showing us anyway. I think we can make a start on this construction. So let's do we need number 1 to come and do this. So make a start on that. Okay, what we'll also need to do is have a bit of a look at where we've got the rest of this. So let's get a few fire trucks in place here. That's a tiny little fire truck, isn't it? Levels. So I'm interested in speed and level, right? So speed is pretty good, but then we've got level 26 here and level 17 and level 35 over there as an 80 kilometer an hour one. That is, pretty spectacular. And I guess because this is pretty industrial here, we may as well add ourselves at least a couple of them as a starting point. I guess that'll work. So that'll give us a little bit more to go on. Now we will need some waste managed in this area. So maybe in that spot right there, let's have a bit of a look. A larger waste container would be nice. We're actively picking up quite a lot of it right there, I think. So what I might do is I might just do that. We'll get that one in place. That should pick up all of these 3. So that's fine. And then we'll need a little something on this side also. So we've got this over here. Oh yeah, that's the new section that we're building. So who needs waste access? All of these guys do. Okay, so I'm kind of wondering. I can't have it right there. If I have it here, it's not quite gonna work. If I have it here, we should. Infrastructure in the way? Why? Really? What's the infrastructure that's causing us a bit of pain here? I think this will actually work. Yeah, let's get that connected. At the same time, we can tie that in, and we could try and get this to work like so, but I guess it might not necessarily get us there. 140 meters is not going to cut it. So what we could do is we could try and get something in here that'll serve both of these. So let's try and get one more. I'm going to try and do the same thing. That we won't be able to use that path. We may find ourselves in a bit of a situation. Ooh, I found it. I found the one. Right, I found the one. Right over here is where we're going to do it. So let's do that. So let's get all of these things assigned so we can start getting a bit of construction going there. Oh, we're still missing this one over here. Anything else in this area? Oh, this one might need it. So I think these are still under construction. Can we try and get this done, please? Okay, because what I'll do is let's run that path over here, and then what we can do is we can slowly kind of close out some of those sections, and we'll see if we can build a little something in here to pick up both of those, really. So if we grab this guy and we do how far? It can go a pretty reasonable distance. So maybe if we do something like that, right? And then at the same time, what I'll want to do is just want to make sure we're extending this path out that way. I think that may be sufficient. So let's get started on some construction over there also. Hopefully we can get these items done. Yeah, this one should be done shortly. These are under construction. This one is done. Let's just see about what crews are doing what. Yeah, there's plenty of items that's not actively being worked on by all of our crews. All of this is done. This is looking really good. So we're going to jump in straight away, I think. Let's just see what's going on over here. All of this is under construction. We're waiting on a little bit of stuff more here in all of these locations. That one's under construction. That's under construction. Okay, so there's a few more bits and pieces that we just need to finish off. We're busy building up these guys, so that should be okay. Excellent. Let's have a quick look over here. This is filling up. Is it because... Oh, this is nice. I never get why sometimes these things just completely... Machines factory are broken. Oh, okay, so we are actively reconstructing this one, right? So start reconstruction, please. Absolutely. Do that straight away. It's a pretty expensive reconstruction item. Can we open the reconstruction window and make this a bit of a priority and assign it to whoever wants to assign? I don't really care if it's in the range or not. Just assign absolutely everybody that could potentially support the activity. Yep, there we go. Get everybody... Oh, it's not actually doing it. Let's get that one assigned, please. At least that should help us out a little bit. Get a little bit more in here to try and prioritize that. Low worker productivity due to reconstruction. That's potentially what we're seeing here. A little bit of a dip. But I'm not too worried. I think we've got a fair bit of resilience in most of these items. I wouldn't mind building this so we can just finish off the area as well. Okay, have we potentially finished off our first boat? Not even close. So we need more people in here to even get close to that. So this is still under construction. So we need a few more days of workers in here. It's fine, get it done. We still don't have power ready to go necessarily here. Oh, that should be finished any minute now. Wouldn't mind. As soon as this is powered, I will start dropping some stuff off over here. We'll limit the amounts here. This will be 0 on that, 0 on that, 0 on that, 0 on this. Probably 60% of that, and we'll go with 20 5% of that, 0, 0, 0, and 15% and 0. And I think that should be a reasonable number. Yeah, that's good enough. That is good enough. So that should be assigned as soon as this is powered. Oh, it is powered now. All of this is powered. So we could get ourselves some workers in here. And now what we'll do is we'll get the local distribution office to, let's pause while we assign, to come in over here and drop off both. Well, whatever you do, get us to assign. Yeah, get it up to 50% of everything. So let's get this kind of assigned, and then we'll start the construction. So hopefully this will actually just get it all fully loaded with people. That's fine. These two are done, so this should be served. This should be served quite nicely. We should start seeing a little bit of mixed waste appearing. Anything? Oh, no goods to sell. That's okay. We will hopefully get that in line quite shortly. Okay, let's make a start on the next items here. We'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do this. I'll do that. Okay, let's grab all of those things. We want to assign all of these for construction. Love to see us finish off these things, one or two of these things, so that we can start the construction of some other items, and then we'll do some more layouts as we need to. We've got a reasonable amounts of workers here, but we use them pretty quickly. Resolving most of our crimes. Construction here is going fairly smoothly. We're just hope we can get these things to sort out themselves a little bit. So let's high priority some of these items, please. I would love us to just get it done. It's so critical. I just want to make sure. Okay, that is set to high priority. That's set to high priority. And then if we look at that. Oh, that's done. And that is also high priority and getting done. So lots of bits and pieces happening. This is not doing anything. We need to make sure we assign some construction over there. So that we can start moving on the rest of this. This is not moving. Maybe if we assign some other construction items to the mix, they will start bringing in some workers as well. Okay, this is still the piping, I guess. Yeah. Okay, this one actually turned out that we have that is accessible. So we don't need to run a bus from here to there. And this one, we couldn't get this one accessible via this one that we built. So unfortunately, just doesn't make it. We're like probably a couple of meters short on that, which is a little bit of a bummer. I probably could have brought this a little bit closer this way. Anyway, we will stop the train back out on this side to come and drop off whatever it has left, basically. And then also we will drop off everybody else, so they go to the bus station, and this bus station will be part of our construction crews over here. So all of this is quite nicely happening. We just need to kind of get all of this up and running. We also at this stage don't have any. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves the garbage trucks. And I'm after the speediest speed versions of them. So this one here. So let's grab ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, I think. And we will be, well, let's just see what's our range now here. Probably not all the way out there. Even that, I'm keen on making sure that we cover the largest items here. So let's start off with that. That's okay. And what we'll do is we will go and drop off our waste in that specific area over there. That'll be good if we can do that. Okay, so please get these items done. I'm loving. I want to buy a train so that we can start running some workers out this way. Okay, so train-wise, I'm thinking just the train set. A cheap electric train set, please. That one there. That's the one. The 325. Okay, I'll go ahead and grab one of them so we can start running some workers out into that general direction. So the idea is we will run it into here, okay? And then it will come out this way. It will be loading up on workers, nothing else really. Loading up on workers. Then it will be popping around. It'll be dropping off some workers over here. Okay, again, none of this. It'll be dropping off some workers over there. Again, none of these other guys. Not that it really matters because we're not loading them. And then on the way out, it will be dropping off anybody else over here. And that means 4 citizens to step out of this vehicle, transfer point to another line. So from here, you'll force everybody to go out, and then it'll go back. So now that means everybody gets out, comes to this bus station. So we could potentially use this bus station for these construction offices to have closer construction areas over here as we start to potentially expand, maybe even a waste operation in this area. We've got the rail access, which is the important component for us. So we'll keep an eye on that. So that is it. So now if we go in here, we will rename this to construction. Let's save that. We'll go back. We'll come back and rename it in just a jiffy. So what is this area? This is... yeah, well, guys, I'll leave it for now, construction area. But give me a name suggestion for this area here. We're going to be next to the canal, in between 2 bridges. Potentially, we can do something in here from a canal perspective. But anyway, we're in a reasonable spot right here. So give me some name suggestions for that. I would appreciate a little bit of that. This side has been done. These things very slow in construction. I kind of wonder who's actually working on it. But anyway, this is done, right? Yeah, that's all done. So this should have everything it needs apart from workers. Oh, I'm going to run that line straight away. This should be very close to being done. We just need a batch of workers here. That is built. This is built as well. We need 1 batch of workers here, and then we'll have all of this up and running. We should have power and the likes for this. What is this bringing? Where to? Oh, over here. That is fine. So 1 batch of workers should see us finish this off. Hopefully this guy turns into that direction. Excellent. 13 workers. I guess this will finalize this for us. Excellent. Good. Okay, put the train into operation. Guys, and make a start, please. Bring some workers. Close out all of that. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we should have workers doing everything. Hopefully we can get the rest of this built ASAP so that we can actually work on some of these things. These are very short, so we're not actually getting people in here. Actually, so that means we probably need to assign number 2 here as well so that they can actually bring some workers to the mix with some of these things. Okay, perfect. So that's good. Is the reconstruction here done? It is. So this should be running again. One thing that I've noticed, so crime is still something that actively bothers a lot of people, right? 3,000 people is affected by crime at a very reasonable level, right? Minus 1.4% happiness for 3,000 people. That's a large component of our people. And I do wonder if it's some of the workers that pop up in here. Oh, where is this? Get that guy out of the way. There we go. Seems to be doing its thing. Yeah, that guy just couldn't get out of there. That's quite interesting. We'll have a bit of a look at what needs to go in here, but I guess we're fairly ready to start loading these things and start working from this area. That doesn't bother me too much. We should be getting workers coming via train any minute now. Very keen to see that happening. Oh no, hang on. This guy is... Why? Why? Where are you going? So why can't you... What? Why can't... Hang on, let's just see what's going on here. Are we missing a little section of power? I don't want to do that. Why is this an issue? Is this all built? Just have a look. If I were to go over here, it seems fine. Let's just see. Do we have... maybe we're struggling a little bit with this, right? Maybe we can just do... Is this not working? Is this not connected? How is this not connected? You've got to be kidding me, right? This is all electrified. That is... honestly, how is that not connected? It's connected. It is connected. How come? This is the closest point to the target destination that the vehicle can reach. What is the issue? So it can go here. Can't go through here? Is there any issues here? Hang on. Let's just see. There might be some little slither of stuff here. Huh? Honestly? Really? That's okay because it's not actively running into that area. How come all of this, all of that? So, I mean, is it not able to come over here? Let's double check our routing. Here we go. There's our issue. But that's interesting that it's giving me grief for that. I'm just going to pay for those little sections. And now let's see, is that actively getting our train to do its thing? There we go. So we've lost a little bit of time on those. So typically when you're running into issues with your trains like this, it's because there's a little slither that you forgot to electrify. And usually they do pop up, so it's not that difficult to see them. But anyway, we'll move it straight along. Okay. I want to check that everything's working. Construction is making a start over here. Excellent. Can we get construction assigned to all of these buildings as soon as we can so that we get some more people over here? People are getting what their needs met over there, so we'll come back and have a look at that. Oh, I was talking about the crime. We'll come back to the crime in just a minute. Let's see our train coming in. We may be out of people by the time it gets here. Yeah, unfortunately, it is already an issue. So just go straight back to this one, please. So we will make... It'll do the entire loop, I guess. Or... No, it's not... it's not connected. Not via... That's interesting. This section is done. Just have a look at that. That's done. This should still be under construction. Wow. Okay, good stuff. So we should be able to look at electrifying it. Oh, the train did... How did it do that? Couldn't have turned around. Anyway, I don't know how it did it, but it did it. Okay, these should still be working. 25%, 30%. So lots of work days going in there. I would love to see the cost of that, so what we're actually making from that when we sell it. These construction items should be going. Now, let's have a quick look. If we were talking about the crime, so if we look at the overlays and we say unpatrolled crimes at a 3-kilometer radius, we can see that our towns are not struggling. Even these industrial areas here are not struggling at all. Even over here, we're not having any issues. Even over there, we're not having any issues. But When we pop up here, we can see lots of crime over here. And I'm assuming we'll have a crime problem here as well. So maybe a little police station somewhere. Yeah, maybe somewhere over here. A police station somewhere in this area, a small one, could maybe resolve some of these crime issues. And maybe that will solve our concerns. So I'm guessing let's try and build a little police station somewhere. So I just want to do something small. So if we go with these, Crime and Justice Police Station, a tiny little rural police station is all that I'm after. So the 5 seems to be the smallest one. So we could squeeze a little something in here, maybe. It should have everything it needs apart from heating. Alternatively, we doesn't actually want to squeeze in there. If we flip it around, we could squeeze it in there, in which case we should have it accessible via that. Yeah, I guess that's a reasonable spot to put it in. So let's give it a little bit of extra room there. We'll get the police station up and running here as well. It should have access over there, but anyway, let's make sure to get some of these things assigned. We'll build a police station. Hopefully, it'll cover off these areas in terms of that police activity. Once we see, okay, are we seeing some workers being dropped off? No workers coming here yet. Anybody working in some of these areas? Haven't seen anybody there yet. Is there a train on the way? Where's my train? Where is my train? Not seeing any workers. Not seeing anything happening. What's happening? Oh, that's not. Is there a train in here? Nothing that I can see. My train should be... Oh, unless it's running over there somewhere. I hope that's not the case. I'll have to, if that is the case, I'll have to do waypoints. Honestly, I hope it's not doing funny businesses over here. Yeah, I guess we know exactly what's going on here. So why is that an issue? Are you blocking yourself? You shouldn't be blocking yourself, right? Are you... I honestly... When there's still construction activities underway, I just don't get it. Okay, so let's just see. Where do we have... Okay, so we don't have any signals. So let's add a signal over there. Is that going to let us in? That is going to let us in. So there's something happening on that piece of track that's been kind of actively... Oh my God, again. Just head back to the platform, please. Because, again, we don't have any workers. My goodness! Ugh! It's so frustrating when these things happen. Got a building on fire. Let's quickly see where that is. Oh, my. The helicopter should be on the way. Who do we have? The helicopter is on the way. I think the helicopter would be fine. This is exactly why we have a helicopter. Where's my helicopter? Oh, here it comes. Should be able to put it out, right? Whoa, not quite, but it should be able to get water fairly quickly. Are we going to lose this thing? These guys aren't responding, but they should really. I'm worried we're losing this battle. I'm honestly worried we're losing this battle. Look at that wear and tear heading in that direction. That's going to be painful. I'm not going to be able to rescue this, even with that. So that helicopter was a mistake. We should have got the bigger one. And everybody probably screamed at me when we bought it. Yeah, we're not going to save it. It's just getting worse. I mean, we're barely on it because it's not actually, it doesn't have another slot, right? That's super painful, guys. Super painful. I mean, if it had another slot, we could have had these guys come over to support it. But actively at the moment, it's a bit of a disaster. I mean, it's not. We're not gonna get close to getting this thing to work. Yeah, there we go, and it's gone. Not gonna even get another round of water here. Okay, so we're gonna lose this building. That is so unfortunate. Fire destroyed a building. Lost about 170 rubles worth of value here. So now, let's get the demolition crew assigned, please. Don't have a demolition crew. I mean, come on. We actively do have a demolition crew. I mean, it's not. It's not great. I mean, I know it can't. Unemployment too high. Oh, it's a new building. So come on over here and come and sort this out. I guess it's just gonna come and pick up the waste. To be honest, these guys could be picking up this waste as well, right? Because it's only mixed waste, and then we need to reconstruct. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. It's a little bit of a frustration, but it's not the end of the world. Now we should have workers in some of these locations, right? Where's our workers? This train should have workers on it. 56 workers only. It didn't unload workers anywhere, right? So 56 workers coming around. We'll obviously need way more trains on the line. We just don't have the people available ready to work. But as we open up those extra buildings, we'll do so. So here they should be dropping off practically everybody, right? And they should be going to go and work in a number of locations. Not another fire. Please let it not be here. Okay, this should be fine. This should be absolutely fine. Let's just get back here. I just want to see what's going on. Actively starting to work. I like it. We need to assign a little bit of construction over there. So actively we're going to start seeing some work happening, and we're going to start seeing all of this. This is missing resources, so we're not going to get what we need over here. We need to bring in coal. We luckily have the ability to come and pick up coal by train, so that's going to be a bit of another buying of a train that's going to be necessary for that. This doesn't have any people. Okay, we need a couple more trains. So let's get some more trains onto that line so we can get the workers, so we can start seeing what's happening. This is now fully loaded with people, and people are getting access to everything they need. This should be fine. Let's get actively assigned all of our construction items here so that we can start making things happen. Get more people in place. So yeah, I like it. I like that a lot. Everybody is quite happy. 84 is very happy indeed. So what we'll do over here is we'll buy another train set. We're after the train set. That's, yeah, potentially we need something that's a little quicker. 120, 150, that one there, but we don't, nothing electrified. So I guess this is the one. We're just going to go with that one again. We're going to go ahead and assign it to a line, which is that WD line that we've got over there, and we're going to make a start. So please jump into that line straight away. We'll probably need another. Actually, let's buy another one and get it all done with already. Show all train set, another one of these guys. And assign that one to WD as well, and we'll make a start on that one also. Okay, so now we should have more workers in place over there. What we also need to do now, of course, we haven't got these guys up and running, and we haven't started bringing in the fuel over here. So what I need to do is, for the imports, okay, we've got a couple of these guys. So what do I need to do is grab ourselves a couple of oil tanker wagons, cargo wagons for oil tanking, 120, 68, 60, that's mixed. Okay, so I guess we're gonna, they're pretty pricey. I'm just gonna go with, let's go with 2 of them, okay? So we'll go with 2 of them, and what we'll need to do, we're already going to customs. Okay, that's actually not what we wanted. Well, actually, we do want that because we don't have enough fuel elsewhere. Okay, so what we want to do is we're going to customs house, but we'll pause it for a second. We'll pop this one in. We'll say instead of loading, we're going to unload both bitumen and fuel. How much do we store here? 300 tons. So that's okay. Up to about 30% of that, that should be fine. So if we now unpause, these guys should be going straight away to go and grab some stuff. What is it going to collect? It's going to start off with the bitumen. That's okay, not the end of the world. Now, as soon as we've got these loaded up with fuel, we'll give them some vehicles, which should be okay. And then these guys should be starting to work. We'll get another fuel station in here at some point. We'll just run it from over there, to be honest. I think we have... Oh, we don't have extra, so we'll have to run, from over here, basically. Or even, over there. No. From over there, we'll run it so that we'll have a fuel station here that will always be fueled up, at least for this area. Okay, so that's slowly getting there. Taking its sweet time. Okay, we're doing this now. One thing, okay, now this should be heavily loaded with some workers. And what I want to see is that it doesn't drop off everybody. Exactly. So it's dropping off a lot, but not everybody. Then moving on to... This one should have workers, right? Yeah, workers is coming in. Doesn't have quarried stone, though. Then it's going to come around. Oh, actually, everybody's assigned in that area. Then it's going to come around here and drop off the rest of everybody here to either come to this location or to that location. We'll have some workers going in there, and I'm pretty sure we'll have the rest of people assigned over here. So, hang on. Where did they disappear? Oh, my. So we can't get workers here quick enough, right? Oh, we still have the workers here. They wouldn't have disappeared. Yeah, there we go. Starting to build up some boards. I like it. That's the first step. Got this guy up and running, so we'll probably need a little bit of biological waste in there. This guy needs to be built fairly quickly, otherwise we're going to run into problems there. We should have bitumen arriving. Excellent. There we go. Coming in. Filling up with bitumen. I'm guessing this one's filling up first. And now that's filling up. Excellent. So now we should be able to make that work. That was super interesting. Where did all of our workers go? Are we unloading any workers here? Really? It maybe didn't have any workers in it. But that should be okay. Is this actively getting everywhere? Yes. So let's get ourselves a biological waste going there. Do we have workers here? I don't have any workers there. Is this train? Yeah, okay. Anyway, we need to keep a bit of an eye on this. This guy has finished unloading its bitumen. So that's excellent. So now it's going to come in with fuel, I think. Let's just see. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's going over that way? That's interesting. It can't be getting another load of this, guys, right? It's going to the rail imports. Okay, that's fine. Let's leave it so it does its own thing. Let's quickly see. So this is still slowly getting constructed, some of these guys. That's already done. So give ourselves a bit of biological waste in that location. I don't think we need biological waste here, but we'll give them one just in case, and we'll leave that one in place. Now, what I wanted to check here is, are these guys actively need workers to fell trees? That's okay, but are they replanting? That's the piece that I'm wondering about. Are they replanting the trees? Right? I was bringing in the wood, going over there, getting made into boards ASAP. I guess that one's out of fuel. That is an interesting one. So this should get fuel soon, in which case we do need a fuel station over here. This is actively Yeah, this is going to take some time, but it's not the end of the world, that, because we're not even using it just yet. Okay, that is another interesting little dilemma for us. We should get fuel here fairly quickly, right? Let's just see. We shouldn't have it standing around here. No, it should be on its way doing something. Some buildings have unsupported settings. That's interesting. This one? Connections with conveyor engine or well pump are unsupported with unloading. I don't think that's right, because we just did the same thing. Let's keep an eye on this guy. We should see... Where is that train? We need to buy some vehicles here, but I want to get fuel done first. Okay, so let's get ourselves a bit of a fuel station going on right over here somewhere. Okay, so get ourselves a fuel station. Hopefully something that has a connection. Here we go. Has a piped connection. I would love a piped connection. So get ourselves something fairly large. Do we have anything that shows a piped connection? Is it I think maybe there's a modded one that has a piped connection. None of them have a pipe. I need a piped connection, guys. Come on. None of them have a piped connection? That's not even remotely reasonable. Really? Okay, we'll go to the mods. And we'll go to a gas station. Fuel station. Don't have one? Okay, here we go. This guy is unloading fuel. Perfect. So these should be loading up with fuel. So that's good. Okay, so now what we need to do is get... let's get a couple of these. So what is going to give us the best speed? 27 over here, 33. So it's going to have to be these guys. So let's grab ourselves... So we can do multiple, right? And it'll fuel itself up over there. Okay, so let's just grab ourselves like that. So now we should be doing quarried stone at a remarkable rate. And we should be getting gravel ready to go pretty soon. So let's just do that. And we'll do the same thing. Oh, no, that's not what I want to purchase. I want to purchase some vehicles. Okay, so now quarried stone should be, without a shadow of a doubt, no problem. We should be tearing through this. 120 tons per day. So a single one of these. Wow, a single one of these can do 2 of these. So we're going to have more than sufficient quarried stone, right? So we may start potentially look at some options where we can move things along a little bit. So here we should now have gravel at a reasonable rate. So gravel is piling in over here. That's okay. No track for construction train sets. No fuel for... Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We'll have to bring some stuff in. But I'm now amazed that we don't have that. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to get a distribution office that's going to pick up fuel in this location to be able to move things away for us. Okay, so these guys, what I'm a little... Okay, we need fuel stations ASAP. We need a fuel station at least. I just thought we could pipe something in, right? Mods. Fuel station. Okay, let's just go to station. Station. That's a substation. These are fuel stations, but I don't actively see the piped connection though, which is a bit of a bummer. Rural fire station. That is really interesting. I always used to use them. I really always did. That is super interesting. Okay. Well, let's go back. Let's have one more look at what we've got over here. So none of these, a farm gas station, a free gas station, this one, that one, none of them have that active connection. That is quite a pain. That is quite a pain. Okay, so what that means, though, then it means that we're going to actively do some fueling kind of over here. Let's do a one-way in kind of arrangement with four. We'll do a little something like this so that we give ourselves a reasonable amount of space here. That's fairly close to the local. Yeah, that gives us a little bit of room over there. So let's assign this. We need to get this constructed ASAP. At the same time, we need a distribution office that can run fuel services for us. So not a technical services, certainly not. We need distribution, which is over here. We'll grab 15 vehicle, 4, 8, 4, 12, 8 vehicles maybe. Pretty sizable. Is it 4? It just feels enormous. Maybe something like this instead. Right? So maybe we grab ourselves one of these guys right over here, and it'll be predominantly doing the fuels. Right, so let's get that going. We'll assign this for construction. So lots of another round of construction items necessary. That guy's out of fuel. What we could do, of course, is we could drop fuel off here. Let's pay for a ton of fuel here, and then we'll put that away. So this guy should at least actively continue its business. We'll buy another one of them. So we'll grab 2 of them at the same time. We need obviously workers in the area to be able to do that. Fell trees, amount of wood in the forest. What I didn't see here is if we had, let's go to the university to quickly see, did we actively look at those items, right? I think we've got it done, right? If we look at the research tree, yeah, here we go, wood cutting, planting. So here we've got forest studies, okay, initiates research into forest management and ecology, and then develops and implements a new policy to help logging operations become more sustainable. For every tree felled, 1 more must be planted. So presumably that's okay. So let's see, what else can we make a work on here? Let's work on that, please. Just do some research at least. Okay, let's quickly have a look. So presumably little trees are being planted in this area. So we'll have to keep an eye to see if there's... Oh, yeah, here we go. They are actively planting trees as well. So that's good. So at least that should be working. We've got the quarried stone. We're seeing gravel popping in. We should now... Well, as soon as we have workers, we cannot store asphalt. So as soon as someone is asking for asphalt, that should be working. This will get that up and running as soon as we can. This should have... it doesn't have cement. Cement is waiting on coal, so we'll fix up the coal. This has workers and firefighting. This is still being cleared away. Actually, we need, I'm guessing, another demolition office here. A nice big demolition office would be a good idea. If we go to construction, explosives factory, demolition office large. Large demolitions office right here, I think, is okay. So let's go ahead and start construction of that, please. Again, with lots of little bits and pieces needing some work. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need some distribution associated with bringing some coal over here, right? At the moment, we've got very little in the line of coal available, and the idea... Again, with the broken stuff, too little where to reconstruct. Replace machines. do this as a priority, guys. Why is this an issue? I mean, we've already done this, right? That's okay. That's not an issue. These shouldn't be issues at all. How's our construction going here? These are all built, so we should have way more people ready to go and work in this area. We can start expanding this again. Anybody here without some issues? No, so culture and the likes is not quite happy with the culture. Can they actually reach the hospital? So we may be seeing some issues with the hospital. So we might have to do another hospital on that side, maybe get some other amenities going. That's okay. But what I'm interested in is we need to... Maybe what we can do, right? That's importing to the customs house. So it's just not going to work to do that. So how am I going to get coal to here with the rail distribution? I mean, we've got this facility here. We just don't have a rail distribution facility available. So I'm guessing we need to build one. Oh, man. So we're not quite ready to go gangbusters on this, but it's close, guys. It's close. All of these things, there's so many little things that we need to resolve each time, of course. So if we go rail distribution, where would we be doing it? I'm hesitant to build it up into this area because I might still use that area for something else. Rail distribution here, I don't think we can do any more than this. This is import and export, so distribution will have to go elsewhere. So I'm guessing the easiest thing for us to do is to grab it, put it in here. But it's not great in that location. It's not great in that location. We could... Ooh, it's not going to fit in there, by the way. I mean, we won't be able to do that. Oh, here comes the rail. And over there, it's just not going to be ideal. If we do it here... Oh, it's going to be fine if we do it here, to be honest. But maybe on the other side instead? Oh, we haven't built the walkways here yet, so we can't actively do the train thing just yet. What I was kind of wondering is if we could do maybe a rail distribution like this. Yeah, and we can use it to actually distribute. Yeah, maybe this is the one. And let's go bigger than that then. Let's grab the big guy. And we'll actively make use of this area here. So let's make a start on that. Okay, and then I'm going to end this episode, of course. So let's run... How will we run it? I don't want it to go nuts like that. So let's just do maybe a straight section up like this. And then we'll do this, and that obviously that's going to take a little bit of time. So let's get started on assigning some construction there. We'll quickly get a rail set up in here. We'll just go with electrification from the start. Are we actively going to split it out on this side? Let's just see. Are we doing... If we were to do this around the corner here. Okay, we'll have to get rid of... Yeah, maybe we don't actively need this. Let's trim this one out and just go back the other side. We can also get rid of this path here because we don't actively need that anymore. It was there for constructions purposes. So if we were to instead say, okay, well, guys, let's pull out a little section over here. Let's stop the F4 here. Okay, so that's not too bad. So let's do something like this, and then get the F4 back, and we'll do a little something like that. And we'll similarly do this side and over here, to be honest. Yeah, so something like that should be more than sufficient. So let's get that assigned. We don't have a rail crew here, but anyway, I'll get this started up in between episodes. Slowly getting a lot of these little bits and pieces done. All of this is kind of fully loaded. This is getting fully loaded. We've got all of these things up and running. We're missing cement because we need some coal to make its way over this way, but everything else is ready to go. This is missing cement as well, but everything else is there. We could grab a couple of police vehicles. Let's just grab these guys. Grab me 2 of them, so hopefully they can patrol this area. Let's actually see what area it is patrolling. It is actively capturing some of the areas where we've got some issues, so hopefully it'll be reasonable from here going forward. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Please remember to give me some name suggestions for this area, and then hopefully we can start getting some coal in here, and other construction material distribution can also start happening from this location, so that should be good as well. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.